Shalom. Call Hangai Habashim Yaoshai. Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great wisdom, rule well, Shalom to the 144,000. The 1/3 remnant men, women, and children of the hopeful elect, Shalom. This the brother Gabar Yash coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Habashim Yaoshai. Praise, let's be edifying and straight to the point. I'm going to jump right into this article, man. Okay, because like I warned last month, this is gonna be one bloody summer, man, and looks like we're getting started. It's about to get started, man, with the riots and the seditions, all right, the uprises and uproars of the people here in Babylon, the Great America, and throughout the world, man. So looks like shit's about to get started, and hey, it's good. Let's go. Let this shit happen, man. Let it all happen, okay? Because hey, we ready to get the fuck up out of here, man. We ready for all hell to break loose. Okay, so let's go. So without further ado, let's read this article, man, from the People's Voice.tv. And it says Trump deploys National Guards to immigration riots in Los Angeles. So the uprises and the uproars of the people is about to take place here, man. This edition. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, is basically about to jump off the pages. Okay? Literally. President Donald Trump has ordered 2,000 National Guardsmen to Los Angeles to deal with the violent unrest over raids on undocumented migrants. Trump said the National Guard has done a great job in the city, which saw a second day of clashes between protesters and by federal agents on Saturday. The protests started after 3 immigration raids conducted across Los Angeles on Friday led to 44 administrative arrests and the detention of SEIU California President David Hugh, whatever his first name is, on obstruction charges. Trump claimed that the National Guards were deployed because state officials can't do their jobs. And they ain't gonna be able to do their jobs because, hey, a lot of shit is going down, man. You got, unrest in, not only in Los Angeles, you got some unrest in, I think, in Michigan and in New York. So, hey, this thing is about to spread abroad, man. So, hey, shit's about to go down, man. The latest unrest erupted in the city of Paramount, where demonstrators confronted immigration and customs enforcement, which stands for ICE, by the way. Personnel aimed reports of ongoing deportation operations, though no raid took place at the location in question. Tensions escalated near a Home Depot store, where tear gas and less lethal rounds were fired to disperse the crowd. It says, riot and looters, Trump wrote on Truth Social. If Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their job, which everyone knows they can, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem the way it should be solved. And it's going to lead to more unrest, all right? It's going to lead to more unrest, okay? And this is Fox News says a man in Mexico flags circles a burning cars during an anti-ICE unrest in Los Angeles as President Trump demands Democratic leaders get the situation under control. It says White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the president has signed a presidential memorandum authorizing the National Guard deployment, citing attacks against ICE officers, lawlessness that has been allowed to fester. She reiterated the administration's zero tolerance stance towards violence direct at law enforcement. All right, so as you can see, things are getting heated up, man. Here in Babylon, things are starting to heat up. All right, I'm not gonna read the rest of that. I'll put the rest in the description box. You can read it. Okay. So as you can see, things are starting to heat up here in Babylon. And it's good. Let's stay in Second Ezra. Because these are the times that the man of the Lord warned you about. Okay? Let's start at Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass which I have told thee before. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. You're seeing that, man. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. You're seeing uproars of the people throughout the nations, man, including here, and they're starting to come trickle down here in Babylon. Babylon is basically safe for last, man. Babylon, the Great America, is the cherry on top. Okay? Verse 4, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh Shai spake of those names from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these were spoken from the beginning by the prophets. Okay? The prophets are back, all right, speaking into existence what was told of them before. Okay? The prophets of old are back. Prophesying once again, man. Prophesy means to say before. So we're prophesying the things that are going to happen before they take place. And now these prophecies are now beginning to take place. Okay? Verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end is being manifest right before our eyes, man. So we're at the end. We're at the end of this wicked ass kingdom that's ruled by Esau, even so-called white man. Verse 6. Even so the high times also let me read that again. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And we're seeing the signs, okay? So we're seeing the signs, okay? And we're starting to see it, man. Civil unrest, civil strife. Let's go to Isaiah 19. Let's start verse 1. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh Shai rideth upon a swift cloud. All right, and that's the chariots. And shall come into Egypt. America is, okay, spiritual Egypt. Okay? It tells you that in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved, and his presence in the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. This place is going to melt with further heat by the ICBM nuclear missiles and the laser being fired from the chariots. And we're very, very close to that. This place being destroyed. Okay? Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Let's get this in the Good News translation. Let's stay there. Isaiah 19. And let's read this in verse 2 in the Good News translation. The Lord Yahweh says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt. Civil war, civil unrest is being stirred up here in Babylon, the Great America. And turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. You're starting to see that happen now. Okay? You're starting to see that. Verse 3. Let's read verse 3 in the Good News translation. I am going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale. All right? And the morale is basically dead here in Babylon, the Great America, man. Okay? They will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult mediums and ask the spirits of the dead for advice. All right? That left-hand spirit. All right? What does it say in Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7? There's no more wisdom in Teman. Okay? That wisdom, that left hand wisdom is starting to fail. Okay? Is no longer answering to them. All right? The left hand side is no longer answering to these Edomites. And now it's over. It's over for these devils, man. Verse 4, I will hand the Egyptians over to a tyrant. That tyrant is Donald Trump. To a cruel king who will rule them. I, the Lord Almighty, has spoken. Okay? So you're starting to see that now. All right? With all these troubles that are starting to happen amongst Jacob. All right? Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? The Northern Kingdom is starting to get it, man. Okay? The Northern Kingdom is getting it first, and then Judah gets it worse. Yeah. It's a time of what? Jacob's trouble. Let's get it. Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse, let's see, hold on. Let's start verse 3. We're going to start verse 3. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah. Okay? The elect of Israel is about to be released from this captivity, man. Starting with the elect on this side. Okay? 2/3 are destined to die on this side, man. Okay? 2/3 about to find out that Esau Edom was never for them. And it's already starting with the northern kingdom. Okay? The northern kingdom is getting it. And then it's gonna trickle down to Judah. Alright, the so-called Negroes along with Benjamin and Levi, man. So these devils, alright, Revelation 12:12, he's coming down with great wrath because he know that he had but a short time. Esau, even so-called white man. Hey, the Lord's elect is going to be saved out of this. Okay? All right? Let's continue. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 3. Let's read it again at the top. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai. As though to show you that not everybody is the Lord's people. The Israelites are the Lord's people, man. Okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, we do got Israelites that are scattered amongst all nations, that are scattered amongst the heathen that's going to come looking like those heathen nations, man. Okay? So we can't forget about that. But the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is coming back to save his elect, man. Okay? And from here in America, Babylon the Great, and throughout the four corners of the earth, man. So salvation is near for the Lord's hopeful elect, man. Okay? And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. All right? Israel, man. We're about to go home. Verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah, all 12 tribes, starting with the elect on this side. Verse 5. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. We're not in the time of peace, man. That time of peace, yeah, well, it's gone. Okay? We're about to enter into a time like no other, man. Alright? Purge like seditions, man. Okay? Movies like The Book of Eli, I'm Legend, and all of those movies, man. The Road. Okay? And many more. Okay? So, you about to see some shit out here, man. Spirits are getting stirred up day in and day out. People are starting to bug out, especially where I am. These people here, where I live, they starting to bug the fuck out now, man. If they starting to bug out now, how much more when shit hits the fan? When these lights goes out, man. It's over. Verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the elect. Okay? Because the elect is going to have the wisdom and knowledge, man, like it tells you in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. This wisdom and this knowledge and this truth is going to keep us stable. Yeah, we're going to see some shit, and it's going to scare the fuck out of us. True enough. But we're gonna be stable in that times though. We're gonna have Yahweh Shem Shai, the elect. Okay, the elect of Israel, we have Yahweh Shem Shai. 2/3 of our people don't have Yahweh Shem Shai. And they're about to find out. Alright? Like they say, fuck around and find out. Oh yeah. Northern Kingdom is getting it now. Wait till it gets down to Judah. Okay? And then the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna turn the tables, man. So yeah. We're coming into some serious times, man. Let's read this. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, and that's the elect. Okay, the elect is gonna, all right, survive these times, man. Gonna be protected through the spirit and power and Yahweh Shem Shai. Because what does it say? Let's go back to Second Ezra. Okay? Because once these devils start putting their hands on the Lord's elect, man, that's game over for these devils. Let's go here. Let's read Second Ezra chapter 16. Let's start at verse 67. Behold, Yahweh himself is the judge. Fear him. Let off, leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities to meddle no more with them forever. So shall Yahweh lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble, man. We're praying to Yahweh Shem Shai that we be delivered from Jacob's trouble, man. The hour of temptation, which is to see it, man, being implemented, the MOTB. From all the craziness and all the chaos that's coming, man. We hope we have that mark of the Wah that is in Ezekiel 9:4, which means an exemption from judgment, okay? Verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. All right, that's Esau Edom coming down with great wrath. All right, he's gonna lock some of us up in the FEMA camps, concentration camps, man. Okay, and he's gonna try to get us to take the MOTB, the sea hip, the hour of temptation. Okay. Verse 69, and they that consult let me read that again. Verse 69, Second Ezra chapter 60, Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 69, Slocky. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. 2/3 are going to consent to this devil. All right? Just to, continue to operate in this place, man. This place is going down, man. It's over for Babylon. It's over for Esau Edom. And 2/3 is over for them too. And the heathens and the heathen nations as well. Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the net cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Isaiah 59 verse 19, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai shall lift up a standard against them. A standard will be lifted up for his elect. So we're going to need spiritual divine intervention in these times that we're coming into, man. Verse 72, for they shall waste away and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Some of us will have to be pilgrims on the streets, man. Right? Be pilgrims on the earth. Some of us are going to, have to abandon everything. Okay? Verse 73, then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. You're going to know who the Lord's chosen in. You're about to find out. Okay? Verse 74, hear, O ye, my beloved, that's the elect, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. The Lord is going to deliver us out of Jacob's trouble. You have to have faith, man. Okay? Verse 75, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide. Verse 76, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves lift up themselves, okay? So now let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Because this scripture here is about to jump off the page literally. And we're going to end it here. 2nd Ezra chapter. Let's see. Actually, let's read it in the Good News Translation. Yeah, let's do that. Let's read it in the Good News Translation. Second Ezra 15 and verse 14. The world and the people in it are doomed. Woe means destruction. Verse 15, the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, man. It's about to see civil wars, race wars, everything, man. And these people are armed to the teeth here in Babylon. There are more guns here in America than there are humans. So a lot of blood is about to be shed here. And they ain't just going to be using guns. They're going to be using swords, knives, machetes, hammers, anything that can be a killing instrument is going to be used during the time of Jacob's trouble, which we are very, very, very near. Really, it's here, basically. It ain't near anymore. It ain't close and ain't coming. It's basically here. But it's about to amplify. Verse 16, there will be government. Let me read that again. Slocky. I'm excited. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. People are going to take matters in their own hands, man. They're not going to regard their police, the National Guards, none of this shit, man. People are just going to take matters into their own hands, okay? Verse 17, there will no longer be free access to the cities. Cities and will be closed off. States will be closed off. You won't be able to travel from one place to another. You're going to have to worry about marauders, militia groups, everybody, okay? Just like in the movie The Book of Eli, man. I watched that today, okay? But the Lord had Denzel Washington character, man, okay? So, hey, but the men of the Lord going to be imbued with spiritual power, so if any people try to come up against the Lord's hopeful elect, man, the Lord's going to imbue his men with spiritual powers to protect themselves. Okay? Spiritual divine intervention is going to be needed in these times, man. Because shit is about to go haywire. Okay? Verse 18, because of the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Verse 19, driven by famine and terrible sufferings, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. A man is not going to have no pity upon his neighbor. These people are not going to have no pity on each other. Your friends that you thought was friends with, people you know, you say hi to, whatever. You going to see them turn, man. Okay? Especially when there's no more food on the shelves and all of that. Yeah, you're about to see the true nature of people, man. Okay? So it's going down. Okay? It's going down. Starting to go down. And hey, call Hling Light. How about Shimmy Outside? Let's go. Let's go, man. Okay? Let's go. So, let's see. Anything else? No, I'm gonna end it here, man. I pray his message was edifying and straight to the point. Call Hling Light. How about Shimmy Outside? By Shinrik Akwadash. Shalom, Kwam Yasharanga, Wa Abad Babal. We almost out of here. Shalom.